Welcome to another episode of Mission Can Possible. Today we're going to be discussing the topic in episode 4 about how to apply for jobs, checking the status of your application and following up, not being too picky about what jobs you apply for. So without further ado, first things first, you can increase your chances of getting hired by completing your application in its entirety. Making sure that you list, you put all your information on there the first time around. Make sure that you put all your emergency contact information on there, email address, anything that the application is asking you for. You want to fill it out in its entirety. You want to make sure that anything that you write, if there's an area to put paragraphs or sentences, make sure they're complete sentences. Don't use 3-word sentences. Make sure it's a full, complete sentence, because this is a reflection of who you are. Like I said, first impressions are lasting impressions. So you want to make sure that you are definitely thinking about what you're typing in or writing in. I know most of the jobs nowadays, they are electronic and they are on a computer. So just want to make sure you actually overlook those things. Don't overlook those things as far as the filling out the application in its entirety. Open availability is also something that's very key. I know it's summertime and you want to hang out with your friends, you want to go here, you want to go there, but you just have to remember also that there's an opportunity for you to make some money. So you're going to have to, pick certain days that, you're available to do certain things and when you can work. So before you actually, just put I'm open, be realistic. If you have, church on Sunday and, don't say that you're not available on Sunday at all. Whatever time, your church lets out, or you have something to do in other than church throughout the week. Make sure, that, it's realistic with your schedule, but don't be so close-minded to say that you can't give the job, any time, things of that nature. So, like for example, you got a church at 12 o'clock. Give yourself 2 hours to be able to get back home, kind of sit down for a minute, and get ready for work. So if you had to be to work at 2 o'clock, then you would have 2 hours from the time you got out of church to get to work. That'll be enough time. You don't have to be pressed for time. Even if you wanted to push it at 3 o'clock, you can. But all the other days, since there's no school, you should have your days wide open, because this is going to increase your chances of being able to A, get the job, because they're going to see that you have an open availability, and B, it's going to show the managers that you don't have any restrictions on when you can and can't work, which is going to allow you to be able to get more hours in the long run, and you're going to be that person that they pick to work all the time, especially because of not having so many restrictions. The other thing is, make sure that you actually go up to that establishment once a week and you reintroduce yourself to that manager that you talk with. It's your potential manager, so keep that in mind. You want to make sure that you keep your name at the forefront of their thinking so that they don't forget you. Make sure that you do that firm handshake like you did the first time when you introduce yourself. If you talk to a different person, make sure that you give them the message to give to the person that you talked to the first time, so that your name is now circling the surfaces of ears and on the forefront of their thinking. That way your name is out there. You want to make sure that everybody knows who you are, and they feel like, man, this person, he or she really, really wants this job, because now one person has talked to them, and now I've talked to them. So you really introduce yourself into 2 people. So now you're going a little deeper than what you did on the first time, which is good, because you want that. The other thing is, make sure that you never really call to update the status of your application or to check on the status of your application. That really doesn't send a good signal to your potential manager or boss. It pretty much sends a lazy signal, meaning that you can't really get up and get out and come to the establishment again to reintroduce yourself to them. So make sure that you actually are showing up. Just like the first time when you fill that application out, you go up there and you update it that way. And that's just another way that managers and bosses like to place a face with the application, so you don't get lost in the shuffle. You don't get lost in the hundreds of other people that are applying for jobs just like you are. So you have to really show them what is different about you, the applicant, to make them, the employer, want to hire you and give you a shot and give you opportunity. The other thing is, you guys that has never had a job or don't have a job right now, you guys can't be too picky about where you apply. Be open-minded. Don't be closed-minded, because you'll be surprised at who actually has an opportunity for you. But don't act like you're too good to mop a floor, sweep a floor, do some dirty work, or apply at certain areas just because you don't think it's good enough for you. It's not your standards or what you consider your standards of having a job or a summer job, or the ideal thing for you to be doing for the summer. It might not be popular, but it's going to bring in some cash, and that's the main goal. That's what you don't want to forget. You don't want to forget about the big picture. You have microeconomics and you have macroeconomics. Small picture, big picture. So I want you guys to wrap your mind around the big picture, which is stacking up that cash and making sure that you are available to them, and with the open availability, being flexible, and actually reintroducing yourself and making sure that you fill your application out in its entirety. Thank you guys for your support. Please like, share, and comment below. Okay, I appreciate all your support. Thanks for watching.